Okay, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Hope you all had a wonderful night rest. Okay, so the reason why I normally do host this daily outlook is in order to guide every single trader in my Telegram channel, because I know sometimes trading can be challenging. I know sometimes trading can actually be hectic and you'll be looking at the market, but you don't know what to do. This is why I normally do host my daily outlook every single day. If this is your first time joining our Telegram channel, welcome. And if this is your first time watching my daily outlook, welcome also. You can join our Telegram channel by tapping the link on my Instagram or Twitter bio, or just go on Telegram and search for Tony Sniper Community, and you'll get a link directly to our Telegram channel. Now, last week, or should I say during the weekend, we saw the fundamental events that were actually happening, the words that were flying around: tariff, trade ties, and cutting aid. Now, a lot of you were actually confused, I'm sure, and a lot of you knew what was actually happening. So on Monday, which was yesterday, we noticed a lot of volatility in the market. The market's opening with gaps, the market's showing extreme volatility, stop loss getting stopped out, the market spiking to the upside, blah, 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 blah. We even took a gold buy, but unfortunately, we actually exited that buy earlier before the market got to TP. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand, or the reason why I actually exited that buy, was because I'm actually a very transparent trader. I'm not a trader that would claim a win or claim a success for something I did not work for or expected. Now, I only trade demand and supply. I only want to buy at a minor or major demand zone, and I only want to sell at a minor or major supply zone. Now, yesterday, the market has already tapped the minor demand zone and it has already started moving. So, me now taking that buy and holding that buy would just be as if I was actually gambling. That was why I closed the trade. Do you understand me? Not because I didn't know gold was going to get to the level which it got to. Of course, I told you guys on the Telegram channel yesterday, I said gold is actually heading to, if you remember when I sent that message, I said gold is heading to, where is the news? I said gold is heading to 2820, 2820. Although I was sad that I did not see that buy earlier. Do you understand me? So now, yesterday, we noticed that Donald Trump had a meeting with the Prime Minister of Canada, and they actually came to a conclusion, and Donald Trump turned off the tariff or cancelled the tariff. Now, he gave them 90 days. Now, that 90 days, if they don't fix their border or they don't work with their police forces to stop immigrants from coming into the US or bringing in fentanyl or other narcotic drugs into the US, he's going to impose that tariff again, meaning the end of Q1, starting of Q2. 90 days is just 3 months. Do you understand me? Okay, now, yesterday, if we had bought at this point here, I would have held gold. But this was where we were actually buying at this point here. There was no supply, there was no demand at this point here. So me holding the market at this point, I was starting to feel somehow. That was why I closed the market. Now we can see gold is already preparing to continue buying at this point here. What do you expect now at this point now? Should you be expecting more buy from gold? Of course. And if you want to take a buy here, your SL will be here. Imagine your SL here and you're entering here. That is 100 pip SL. Is it logical? No, it's not. So what do you want to do at this point? You want to calmly wait for the market to come back to this level. If the market comes back to this level here, good. Then you buy the market back to the upside. If the market doesn't come back to this level, good. You've missed it. So you wait for the next trade. Is that clear, guys? Now, this is what I want you to focus on, especially when it comes to gold, because if you go and buy this market at this point, yeah, the market can continue buying, because of course the market has tested this point, but we have a level here that needs to be tested. A minor demand zone here is waiting for the market. We have a minor demand zone here at this point, which we want the market to come and tap so that we can confidently buy and not be scared. Do you guys understand me? Good. So what is the implication now of Donald Trump canceling the tariff that was imposed on Canada, you will see a demand back into the Canadian currency. Because when he actually imposed that tariff on them, things got expensive, a lot of economic factors started to play in, and so many people were converting their Canadian dollar back to United States dollar because they don't want their money to be inflated, or they don't want their money to depreciate in value or depreciate in purchasing power. Do you understand? But now that he has removed the tariff, citizens in Canada and other investors that were investing in Canada, they will change their money back to what? Canadian dollar. They won't be scared anymore. So with all that being said, what does that clearly mean? It means this setup won't be playing out. Meaning this gap that has been filled, this market would what? This market would continue dumping back to the downside because Canadian dollar has what? Gained strength back. Okay? Because Canadian dollar has what? Gained strength back. So we should expect more dump on the Canadian dollar. Or if the market chooses to push it to the upside like this, then more dump. But regardless of whatever is happening, we should be looking for more dump on the Canadian dollar, no more pump, even if this gap has been filled. The reason is because demand is coming back into the Canadian dollar. Now, I want you guys to understand fundamental analysis to an extent where if you're buying, you know why you're buying. If you're selling, you know why you're selling. Is that clear? Okay, that's nice. So let's head to Australian dollar and NZUSD. If you can see, all the markets are already recovering immediately because immediately Donald Trump imposed those tariffs. Everybody wanted to go mad, like everybody was going gaga. The only hope to avoid this mess was to convert whatever currency you have to dollar. Every single person were converting their money to dollar. Do you understand? So with all that being said, now I think technical analysis can still play in. Now don't forget, guys, this week is NFP. Don't forget, this week is NFP, so you should also be careful while you're trading. Normally I don't like trading during the NFP week, but because I got a prop firm account and fundedness allows you to trade during the news, that's why I'm trading. If we can actually close this week on 5k or maybe 4k, I would be happy. If I just get to 5k, I won't trade again. I'll just wait till on Monday, then continue, just make extra 3k, then I'm done with phase 1. Please and please, guys, share these videos to your friends and family. Share these videos to every single trader you know out there. This is a free daily outlook. I want everybody to watch it. I want everybody to be able to relate to what I'm actually saying in the market. Okay, on Friday is NFP, so on Thursday we have some fundamental news on GBP. On Wednesday, tomorrow, we have a fundamental news on USD, and today being Tuesday, I think we're having a fundamental news NFP on NZUSD. We're having an NFP on what? On NZUSD. Remember, NZUSD is the same thing as AUDUSD. Not the same thing actually, but they move alike, because NZUSD focuses more on milk and meat production, while AUDUSD focuses more on gold. Do you understand? Good. How Canadian dollar focuses more on oil. These are key informations you should understand. If you don't know all these key informations, you're just going to be trading blindly. You're just going to be drawing lines on your charts. Is that clear? Good. So I've explained to you guys what will happen to USD CAD and what we should be doing. I'm supposed to have given you guys a signal at this point, but I don't like this. This is not a good zone to sell, even though I know the market is going to dump here, but this is not a good zone to sell. I would love us to see something technical, okay? Something like this, then we can actually sell comfortably. Okay, let's check US oil. US oil will continue dumping. Like I said, it's too expensive. Donald Trump didn't mention anything about it, so let's expect US oil to keep dumping. Now, the reason why you saw this sudden spike yesterday on Monday was actually the reason why US oil gave you a huge spike to the upside a bit was because Canadian dollar was actually starting to increase cost of every single goods and services they offer to other countries, so they can be able to meet up with the 20% tariff which Donald Trump imposed on them. USD JPY more push to the upside, but let's see, I think we can still see one more push to the downside here, because this point here is a key resistance zone. Okay, this is a key resistance zone, not a supply. Key resistance zone. So if the market doesn't break above here by the end of today, then we might see a little dump back to the downside before the market will continue pushing to the upside. Now, if you notice, immediately yesterday, after Donald Trump just called off the tariff that was imposed, what happened? Boom, we saw all the markets recovering. Remember, this was the point where we wanted to buy BTC, guys. Don't forget, this was the point where we said we would buy BTC if BTC gets to that level. And what happened? BTC actually got to that level. Now, let's see a little drop, then we continue pushing to the upside. This is what actually wants to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a new all-time high be created by God's grace. Okay, this is what we want to see. So we want to see this market come back a bit to this level here, then we buy back to the upside. Is that clear, guys? Yeah, something like this. Then we'll buy back to a new all-time high. Okay, so this is for BTC. Now for gold, we want to buy gold at this point here. Okay, so we should be here. Should be expecting a new all-time high also on gold. Then for USD CAD, we want to sell USD CAD here. Want to sell USD CAD here. Our SL will just be, let's give it a 50 pip SL. And our target should be around 300 pips. That's 1 to 5 rigs to reward. Okay, so these are my outlook for today, and hopefully the market gives us entry. Love you guys so much, and thank you all for always supporting me. Thank you all for always believing in me, and thank you all for always watching my daily outlook. Please make sure you share this video with your friends and family. Let's get this channel to 15,000 members, and let's get the shit rolling for the year 2025. Go get your prop firm account, even though it's not refunded next. Go get your prop firm account, guys. Let's make this year count. Peace. Love you guys so much.